All right, you and I are about to witness some absolute betrayal caught on camera. We are tracking the raw heartbreak caused by absolute scum cheating. This story goes out to the loyal ones and exposes the two-faced traitors, hoping they finally learn some actual human decency. Coming up next in this insane drama, the absolute audacity. They are together right now. Wait, she really wants to fight? Oh yeah. Kyle, seriously, what now? The side piece screams that he chose her. This is exactly the toxic madness we live for. True betrayal drama, brought to you by our elite private investigators, tracking the absolute worst. Are we ready? Your host, Peter Pankey here, with another wildly toxic showdown. We have an absolutely epic revenge arc queued up tonight. Enter our female lead, Wendy. She is stressing hard over her husband's suspicious changes. Desperate to save her 8-year marriage, Wendy calls the experts to dig up his dirty little secrets. They met years ago through mutual friends, just hanging out. Her friends dragged her to a local patio spot. The moment she locked eyes with Kyle, instant sparks. He just had this absolute magnetic vibe. The messy hair, the bad boy look. He was incredibly hot. And the crazy part, he liked her. A couple of dates later, they were completely tied at the hip. Inseparable. They literally went everywhere together. He played in a band, adding that perfect dramatic flair. She was totally mesmerized. The guy was just gorgeous. They spent years having fun, tied the knot, and lived happily until the last 2 years ruined everything. Wendy just turned 49, hitting that major milestone age. He is 38, a massive age gap. But honestly, his faded rock star fantasy has completely run its tragic course. He acts like a child, leaving her to handle literally every single financial burden alone. He just wastes time constantly. She is completely losing her mind over his laziness. The guy absolutely refuses to mature. Enter Kyle Spring, 38 years old, a marketing consultant, apparently finding shady new ways to use his own personal platform. Our investigators spot a very dressed-up Kyle leaving his office with a totally unknown woman. The surveillance team tails our suspect straight down the street to a fast food spot. Grabbing his order at the drive-thru window, Kyle secures the goods. Then he parks at a nearby mall. Remember, they just recently moved back from Oklahoma. Wendy was honestly thrilled. She genuinely believed his new marketing career was pushing him in the right direction. Landing that corporate job seemed like a massive win for them, proving he was finally maturing and taking real action in life. He got way more active, finally leaving that fading rock star persona in the dust, becoming an actual grown adult who works hard and provides daily. But lately, he spends way too much time going out to lunch with his coworkers. Especially one specific coworker named Kristen. He is constantly glued to her side these days, and honestly, Wendy tried to understand it all. She grabs lunch with male friends and colleagues, too. It is totally normal, right? But every day with Kristen, that is highly suspicious. Plus, this woman is a yoga instructor. Suddenly, Kyle has massive energy for yoga. You and I both know that means trouble. She stutters, completely lost for words. She admits she actually likes that her husband wants to get active. But here is the catch. If she asked him to try doing yoga, he would call her completely crazy. But for Kristen, he is all in. If he has all this energy, why is their romantic intimacy totally dead? She married a younger guy, hoping for an active, passionate connection. Honestly, their physical connection was amazing. She desperately wants that spark back, craving a fun and incredibly passionate love life with Kyle. But right now, he is clearly only interested in having fun with Kristen. All right, get this. Our guy randomly bumps into his female companion from earlier today. Luckily, Kyle ordered extra large, so he has plenty of food to share. After wrapping up their quick meal, the two say their goodbyes and part ways. Wendy reveals that she was actually married once before, and her ex-husband, he betrayed her and cheated absolutely all the time. She spent countless nights just crying, completely broken, and sitting home alone. If she finds out Kyle is cheating, after everything she has sacrificed, she just can't. She admits she might completely lose her mind. She is totally breaking down. She genuinely has no idea what she will do next. Now watch this. Our squad posts up outside Kyle Spring's main office building. Detectives quickly spot Kyle walking out with his sneaky companion colleague, Kristen Smith. They leave the building together and head directly for Kyle's car. Our trackers follow the pair to a local restaurant, where the suspect plays the perfect gentleman, holding the door wide open for his lady. Inside, the two share food, get incredibly flirty, and it all finally culminates in a heavy kiss, right there in public. The pair finally cools off for a brief second and prepares to leave. Kyle steps up and covers the entire bill, acting totally without guilt regarding his wife. Kyle just drives off with his secret companion. Investigators maintain a tight perimeter right around his office. The team notices Kyle and his secret companion walking out in workout gear. Agents tail his sedan a few miles away to a very private yoga studio. The sneaky duo heads inside to practice their downward dog together. Later, Kyle throws his gear up front while Kristen climbs right into the back seat. Maybe she wants a quiet spot to finish meditating. While Kyle distracts himself on his phone, Kristen works hard to pull his attention back. Kyle quickly joins his flirty female friend in the back seat to get much closer. Stick with me. Confrontation time. With Kyle's dirty secrets fully exposed, the team calls Wendy in to break the harsh truth. Brace for impact. Wendy steps up, totally ready for a fight. He greets Wendy. She replies that she is just barely hanging in there today. He thanks her for reaching out to the investigation squad. Then he starts. He mentions her deep suspicions about her husband. 8 years of marriage, and now it comes down to this. All right, you and I are about to watch a brutal cheating reveal unfold. She claims she's prepared for this. Nobody ever really is. Putting on a brave face, she watches the screen. There is Kyle now. Then there is Kristen, the infamous yoga instructor. Our victim recognizes her immediately. Wait, Kyle opens the door. The investigator asks if Kyle is normally this much of a perfect gentleman. Nope, never to her. And the worst part, that is actually her car. Absolutely unbelievable. The cheating duo hits a restaurant. He opens the door again. What a complete fake gentleman. The investigator pauses. This is where things get really nasty. They are talking, leaning in close, and boom, a kiss. She completely breaks. She tries holding back her tears. After supporting this guy forever, the absolute disrespect is crushing. She apologizes for her harsh words, just utterly heartbroken. The investigator offers a quick break, but honestly, she is definitely not okay right now. He tells her to breathe because sadly, there is way more footage. He wants her fully prepared before dropping the rest of this absolute bombshell. She just nods. You and I are about to see him at his workplace. Both of them walk out together. Our victim is just totally stunned, jumping right into the car his girlfriend actually pays for. Headed to yoga. They head inside the studio, supposedly doing some actual yoga practice in there. Hours later, they finally emerge, walk into the car looking super cozy, laughing and joking around. But wait, watch this closely. Kristen literally hops right into the back seat. Why exactly is she climbing into the back seat? This situation is getting insanely wild. Now the investigator plays a recorded phone call for our victim to hear. It is Kyle on the phone, playing innocent. He lies right to her face, claiming he is at a yoga class, checking out some brand new yoga flow routine. She had actually cooked dinner for him, waiting alone at home for hours. But Kyle gaslights her, swearing he already mentioned this completely fake fitness class. She just sighs on the recording, defeated, asking if Miss Kristen is the one teaching him tonight. Kyle blatantly confirms it, saying Kristen is just trying to help him out, improving his yoga practice. Yeah, we all know what that really means. He calls it yoga. Such an unbelievable liar. She just hangs up. We all know these dirty lies. Calls just kept coming in. Now here is the video proof. You and I need to watch this. He jumps out the back window, exposed for the world. That is her car. She seems like a genuinely sweet person. Not a lot of musicians. She confirms she is a musician. Finding real support is rare, so watching this betrayal is absolutely crushing. The investigation team knows their exact location. Those two are together right now. The host gives the wife a choice. Go home and smash guitars, or maybe sell the gear. He is definitely not getting back inside. Or they could just pull up. The choice is totally hers. Does she want to go? She agrees completely. Time to go. So how is Wendy feeling? She is absolutely furious. Understandably so. Where exactly are they hiding out? Right here inside this local park. Sitting right there. She just needs the truth. Whatever chaos ensues after that, let the chips fall. The main goal is finally getting those hard answers today. Most people scream and yell, never getting real answers. Wait, are they doing actual yoga? Yeah, right. That is definitely not a real yoga pose. There they go. Target clearly acquired. A fake yoga session. Stick with me. It is showtime. Let us move. The mistress is in her favorite position, too. Unbelievable. There is her cheating husband, Kyle. He stammers, calling her babe. She is having none of it. He frantically tries to make up a lame excuse. He claims he was just doing yoga. The instructor plays dumb, asking who is interrupting her class. Wendy saw everything. The mistress acts confused, but Wendy drops the hammer. She is the wife. The instructor keeps lying about her class. Wendy does not care about her excuses or her fake studio. The camera crew reveals the wife hired them for surveillance. They call it pure stalking. The mistress mocks Wendy. Wendy fires back, demanding to know why she was in the back of her car. Threats start flying. Wendy screams that she has been watching her every single move. Kyle begs them to just stop fighting immediately. Wendy calls out his lies. He still desperately sticks to his fake yoga class story. He insists this is his routine. She screams that cheating is definitely not a hobby. Name-calling continues as things get incredibly heated. He actually tells his angry wife to do yoga to relax. Are you kidding me? Complete audacity from this guy. He points out her anger like it proves his point. The mistress loudly brags that he wants her instead, showing absolutely zero remorse for his wife. The truth is out. A married man completely exposed. To recap, we have Kyle, his yoga instructor, Kristen, and Wendy's stolen car. He was literally sneaking into the back seat. Wendy demands to know what they were doing back there. She refuses to play games anymore. No way she is done. The mistress tells her to back off, claiming he made his choice. Pure, unadulterated drama. He whispers to ignore the wife. The mistress hesitates, reminding him that this is his actual wife. He tries defending himself, claiming his wife never took proper care of his daily needs. The wife snaps back. She already knows absolutely everything. The mistress jumps in, accusing the wife of treating him horribly. The sheer audacity here is just wild. The wife fires back instantly. She does the cooking every day. She cleans and pays for absolutely everything. The mistress smirks. If that is true, why did he cheat then? She claims the wife clearly failed to provide what this man truly needed, so he went out and found somebody who would. The wife drops a massive bomb. They hooked up in her purchased car. The cheating couple tries to deny the whole car hookup story immediately, but she has the cold, hard proof ready to show. Caught red-handed in the back seat of the car she bought. Wait, his wife bought that exact car. They try lying about the car, but everything is literally caught on camera. Things get completely ridiculous. The cheating husband tries to escape this incredibly messy situation with his mistress. He actually apologizes to his mistress. The wife is furious. He seriously tells the mistress to completely ignore his own angry wife once again. The wife loses it. This has to be the most chaotic yoga class in recorded history. The mistress complains about her peaceful yoga class getting ruined. The wife immediately mocks her so-called teaching skills right back. She cries about losing clients, claiming they could have discussed this totally in private, without causing a massive public scene. The wife reminds them they had plenty of chances to talk already. She demands to know how many times he sat straight to her face and lied to her, claiming they were just friends grabbing lunch. Both of them totally lied to her. They both lied to her. She has the actual proof. They deceived her over and over again, without any hesitation. She kicks him out completely, then demands to know who he is leaving with. He refuses to leave with his own wife. You and I knew this was bound to blow up. The mistress claims she deserves him for respecting him. The wife completely shuts her down. She grabs the keys. She is taking her car back now. She demands the keys. He desperately tries to stop her. They wrestle over the keys. She refuses to leave without her stolen vehicle. He claims it is his acting totally clueless about how she got it. The wife sarcastically tells the mistress to just drive her own car home instead, telling the mistress to figure out her own ride home from the studio. The mistress wants out. The mistress defensively claims she actually works and owns her very own car anyway. The wife challenges her to go drive her little cheating boyfriend home in it then, mocking the mistress about this imaginary car she supposedly worked so hard for. All right, you and I are jumping right into a brutal reality TV betrayal. Wendy refuses to look closer. Her trash boyfriend is hanging out the car. She backs away. Meanwhile, the homewrecker still claims she is allowed to stay. Excuses start flying. Coworkers. Yeah, right. Wendy saw exactly what was happening. The side piece actually tries defending herself here. She claims she is just his innocent yoga instructor. Wendy is absolutely furious. Does this girl really not know the difference? She drags her hard. There is a massive difference between yoga and stealing her man. And Kyle, he is acting like a total man-child here. The yoga teacher actually defends him, telling Wendy to stop talking trash. Wendy snaps back. This homewrecker has not watched him sit around for years, while Wendy paid every single bill, cleaned up and funded his entire life. He literally just sat around the living room doing absolutely nothing. Kyle plays dumb. He completely ignored Wendy and her interests, but now he suddenly loves yoga. This argument goes absolutely nowhere. Neither side is backing down. The tension is completely deadlocked. Kyle coldly admits he lost interest. He does not care about Wendy at all. Who cares about her silly yoga classes? Well, apparently Kyle definitely does. The shameless side piece claims Kyle actually has a job and pays his own way. Wendy shuts that down fast. She paid for everything. Here is the kicker. He leaves with the mistress. He made his choice. But Wendy bans them from taking her personal car. The mistress tries to act smug, but Wendy reminds Kyle he owns absolutely nothing here. The mistress still insists he works, telling Wendy to leave. Wendy realizes she must move on and change her life. Kyle coldly tells her to go home. She does not need to worry. They are completely done with each other now. The camera host steps in, telling the cheating couple to get in the back seat. They shamelessly climb into the car together, leaving all the chaos behind them. Sneaking around in the back seat is their absolute specialty. Oh yeah, exactly. They got caught on hidden surveillance cameras. They scrambled to leave the messy scene. Kyle snaps at the crew to back off already. The relationship is officially dead. He made his choice, and now brutal reality crashes down on everyone. The best advice: cut his car payments off and move forward without him. Kyle desperately demands the crew shut his door so he can finally escape this absolute public humiliation. A bitter thanks. After that explosive confrontation, you and I watch Wendy process this brutal reality. Watch closely to see her ultimate next steps. But now, we revisit Richard's shop. He is a past client who utterly exposed his cheating partner. Richard spills all the juicy dirt on his life since that epic reveal. Richard admits the initial shock was totally unreal. He never experienced anything similar, even though deep down, He always knew this betrayal was possible. You and I knew there was a huge chance she was inside that room. He figured he was finally going to catch the other guy red-handed, maybe right in the middle of it. But he never expected to find her chained up on all fours with a gag in her mouth. Absolute shock. Especially after everything he did to pull this girl out of the dark. He honestly thought he was building a much better life for the two of them. A future together. And she just threw it all away. Oh my God, this is insane. What the hell? He completely loses it, screaming at her while desperately claiming he still loves her. He begs for answers. Why would she do this if she really loved him? He calls her out immediately. You and I have seen some wild confrontations, but he completely loses his mind here. He challenges the other guy, screaming that he brings absolutely nothing. Things get physical. He drops that classic line about lying down with dirty dogs. He throws some heavy insults her way, basically telling her to just own her terrible cheating behavior already. Because, yeah, she was definitely sneaking around and completely betraying his trust. Then, the bust. He kicked down that hotel door and found her wearing a literal ball gag. Absolute madness. He is in total shock. It had been months since they did anything like this. And the crazy part, Jamie, is literally chained right to the hotel room wall. There is plastic wrap everywhere and ketchup all over the messy bedsheets. It looks exactly like a horror movie. She is crying, begging for her clothes, but he is totally done with this drama. He refuses to hear her wild excuses. He just cannot comprehend it. She desperately tries pulling him into the bathroom to talk, claiming she loves him. He completely shuts her down. He is not having it. She keeps pleading to stop the cameras, but the damage is already done. She begs for a private chat. He absolutely refuses. She keeps sobbing about getting dressed and talking while he just stands his ground completely. He tells her this bizarre betrayal is just completely beyond any words. We can totally see why his stress levels have dropped 85% without her. He is finally sleeping perfectly fine at night again. Listen, Kyle says he's just focusing on his career now. Totally relieved he doesn't have to worry about what she's secretly doing while he's busy working. He still hears from her friends from time to time, constantly asking questions and bringing up absolute drama, saying she wants to know his plans and if he'll ever call or visit. But his response to them is the exact same thing he tells everyone today. He is completely done with her. Now you and I know Wendy had no choice. She's divorcing the man she called her absolute soulmate. The tears are gone now. Wendy admits the only thing she feels anymore is pure burning anger over how her entire marriage violently collapsed. Seeking professional help, she finally started therapy to heal, trying to break her terrible habit of chasing toxic men. Now get this. Kyle refuses to explain his actions, claiming his private life is strictly off limits. He's screaming that the show violated his privacy. After dealing with endless empty threats and cursing, producers finally ended the interview. Trying to get the full picture, producers also attempted to contact the other woman, Kristen, but every single interview request was completely ignored. Cheating is the ultimate betrayal. And remember, if you aren't getting your programming from Goldstein's, then we both lose real money.